What is up, everybody? This is going to be a versus video. We're going to do the Zombie versus the JBL, and yeah, so I put the Proline Badlands on here. I upped the pinion to a 15 tooth pinion, and I put 50 weight in the shocks, I think, or 70. Yeah, I think I went 70 in this, and 90 in the JBL. So it should rip a little bit better. We are on 3S, and as I said, I had a problem last time I came out here. I was gonna do this video last time I ran the JBL, but I had a problem with this thing. I couldn't get it to go full power for me. So I went home, and I couldn't really figure out what I did to mess it up or change it or whatever. And I found out that when I tuned the ESC and upped the punch, I actually upped the LiPo cutoff. I put it to 3 volts, you know, 3.0 volts. And apparently the ESC didn't like that, because it wouldn't run the 3S LiPo at full power. It was basically like having being on LVC. So I bumped it back down to 2.8, and it's running fine now. So that's kind of weird, but I guess that's just how it is, just how it works. So I do have to say that these tires, much better on this thing. The punch turned up, 15 tooth. This thing is much better, much funner of an RC right now. And the suspension is working way better. Whoa! I can't believe that didn't break the wing. Wow. Still don't think I'll be able to pull off a backflip with this thing, but it is way funner for sure. Definitely got a lot of power now. Much better. Now, this thing would have got a much better review from me if it came like this out of the box. And I flopped it over. Yeah, this thing is way better now. Wow. It's amazing what a set of tires and a little bit bigger pinion can do with some punch. I think the punch was set on 3. So now that it's on 9, it's way better. Those tires do hook up too. Good old Badlands. They work really nice out here. Unfortunately, they are kind of small for A scales. So, I mean, they look good on a truggy, but I'm kind of a big tire guy. But they look good on this thing. They're just kind of sucked in close to the body a little bit. Even on the Desperado wheels, which have a 1/2 inch offset. So the stock wheels that come on this thing must have quite a decent offset, because they stick out further than these. Man, this thing's awesome now. Much better. It's amazing what a little tuning will do, eh? And I literally, so opinion, let's say 265, opinion about 10 bucks, that'd be 275. Shock oil, $5, 285. Then instead of tires, you're looking at about $400. Yeah, not too bad. And the stock tires are definitely doable. They just don't work that good out here because of the loose top layer that you have out here. But I would imagine on something a little bit grippier, they would do fairly decent. Man, this thing's a whole different truck now. Wow. Love the suspension setup now. It's soaking up the jumps really nicely. The tires are working good. Ooh, barely got it. I actually did a backflip, but that was like barely. That was almost bad. I had to stay on the throttle for that one. There we go, that was better. Yeah, got the zombie to do a backflip. Sweet. So this thing will do a backflip now, given a little bit of room. Wife over there chilling. Hi, honey. She broke hers already. Maybe you having problems? No, we're good. I didn't think the back was spinning there for a second, but it is. Yes! I hope I got that. I know I'm looking right into the sun right now, but that was pretty cool. See if I can line this up from over here. All right, let's see if I can do it from over here. Hopefully I can line it up all right. Missed it. Oh well, let's rip around. I'll try it again. Man, this thing is so much better now. Oh no! Much better. I am very pleased with this thing now. Now, as long as the durability stays pretty decent on this thing, with it set up like this. Oh, I missed it again. I would say this thing is a very solid little truck now. Come on, third time's a charm. Good enough. Stop playing in the bushes. Popped a wheelie, nice. Why can't I do it from over here? It would look so much better. Decent. It wasn't beautiful. Oh. On the wheels, dang it! Let's rip. Man, when those tires catch, they catch, don't they? I got a... Sounds like one of my tires is coming unglued or something. Not in the hole! Thank you! One of my tires coming unglued? I don't think so. Weird. Yeah, that's just the sound it's making. I don't know. Oh. Well, that is the much improved DHK Zombie AD. I'm gonna bust out the JLB Cheetah Extreme now and compare it to this guy. This was fun. Much better truck now. All right, let's get the Cheetah. All right, here's the JLB Cheetah Extreme once again. This thing is quite the psycho. Quite the psycho.
Anyway.
Oh, it's all good, man. I got a little guy about his age.
Yeah.
This thing's, as far as speed and power, this thing is in a different realm than the Zombie for sure. It's just rowdy. With everything considered, aside from durability, most likely durability anyways, this thing reminds me a lot of the Pro line, the Pro MT 4x4. This thing reminds me a lot of it. And overran by kids again. I did order some parts for this guy. Whoop. And apparently I'm gonna need them. I did order some parts for this guy, a new wing mount and everything. Get her back to stock. I ordered a couple of replacement parts, A-arms and whatnot. It does have pretty much matching A-arms. They are mirrored. So one set of A-arms will do you, front and rear. But this thing is just wild. God, for the money you pay for this truck, all you gotta do is put a set of tires on it. I'm still, for some reason, running that really not good stock servo, but for some reason I keep forgetting to put a new one in there. Let my wife finish up the battery on the Zombie, and I'm wanting to rip around, but there's a bunch of kids out here now. Thing's just, God, I just like this truck. You know, if anybody's thinking about getting a 1/10 scale truggy style RC, and you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money, but you want something that's crazy and super powerful, and maybe, just maybe, you have a spare set of tires that would fit on this thing, dude, you have to drive this thing to really appreciate like how wild it is, like how wild of an RC experience it is. This thing is just bonkers. It is literally just wild. I have to constantly bleep the throttle, only getting about half throttle 90% of the time. And it's just rowdy. This thing is just rowdy. That's like half throttle, maybe not even half throttle. God, this thing's just wild. I mean, those tires hook up, and this thing still, with how light it is and how powerful it is, has a hard time getting traction. And those MX-28s are awesome, awesome tires. Comes with LED lights. Comes with a 3S LiPo. This is just a killer deal of an RC. I can't even brag on it enough. It's just awesome. And maybe I'm lucky, maybe I got one that was built right, but this thing is tough. I mean, I jump it, I backflipped it, I've crashed it. I took it out with Rich Duper Bash off those huge jumps, and I had one little rod end break, and then we were able to kind of jimmy rig it back together, and I was able to finish out the bash. And besides that, I broke the wing off. Whoop. Well, everybody, decide for yourself, but I think both of these are decent little RCs for sure. Will you park it over here, babe, next to it? I think both of these are decent little RCs. I am very impressed with the Zombie now. It is shaping into a really decent RC now that I've been tuning on it and stuff. But man, this JLB, I'm telling you guys, you have to drive it to really get the full experience, but it is absolutely awesome. All right, everybody, go ahead and thumb up this video if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Stay tuned, Killer Off-Road Hobbies. Subscribe if you're new here, and check out the description. There's a bunch of stuff down there that you can get to help support the channel, and a bunch of other stuff, and there'll be a link to both of these cars down there as well. All right, everybody, till the next video. Peace.